Hello friends, welcome to the session on 8051 microcontroller unit. In this session, we'll be discussing about the instruction set of the microcontroller 8051. In this session, we will see what we mean by the instruction set for the microprocessor 8051. We will see what are the different types of instructions that are available with the microprocessor with the microcontroller 8051, and also we will see how to make use of these instructions or how to write these instructions in the assembly language programs. So friends, you are viewing this session on my YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to the channel so that you can learn by sitting at your home only, and you can watch very many other videos on the various topics of the subjects of electronics and computer science. So let us start the session with the question what we mean by the instruction set for the microcontroller 8051. An instruction is just nothing but a binary pattern, and this binary pattern is being designed in such a way that whenever we feed this instruction to the microcontroller unit, then the microcontroller unit will perform a specific function. Because this microcontroller unit or this IC is being designed so that we can get certain job done by using this IC. And therefore, whenever you want to make the use of this IC in any application, then it is necessary to write the instruction to this IC. 8051 has many different instructions. It can have about 255 different instructions. And all these instructions can be combined together, and we can form a group of these instructions, and that is being called as the instruction set. And this instruction set will determine what function actually microcontroller unit can perform. It is possible that you can represent each instruction by the 8-bit code, and this code is being called as the instruction byte, or sometimes it is also called as the operational code. So whenever we write the instruction by making use of English words, then many times those English word instructions are also called as the operational code. Instruction set of the microcontroller 8051 can be classified into different categories. As shown in this diagram, the instruction set for the 8051 can be classified into different categories such as data transfer instructions, arithmetic instructions, logical instructions, branching instructions, subrouting instructions, and bit manipulation instructions. So data transfer instructions are being used for the movement of the data between the registers or between the accumulator and register, or from memory location to accumulator. So whenever you want to move the data, then in that case, you can make the use of these instructions. Arithmetic instructions, as its name indicate, these instructions are used to perform arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. All such operations can be performed by using arithmetic instructions. We can make the use of logical instructions to perform the logical operations. The logical operations such as AND or NOT can be performed by using such logical instructions. So whenever we want to write any logical instructions, then we can write it somewhat in this form: AND logic A, hash data. Branching instructions are used for branching of the program. That is, whenever we want to jump from one instruction to another instruction, which is not in sequence, then in that case, we can make the use of the branching instructions. So there are several branching instructions available. These branching instructions are useful whenever we want to make any decision within a program. Say, for example, we can have a long jump LJMP followed by an address, 16-bit address, where the jump will take place to the specified destination address or target address. Subroutine instructions are also available for the microcontroller unit 8051, and these instructions are of the form such as long call or return. Apart from these instructions, the microcontroller unit has provided the facility to the programmer that it is possible that you can manipulate the bit, and the individual bit can be manipulated, can be changed, and these instructions are being called as the bit manipulation instructions. So the bit manipulation instructions can be used with the bits. Say, for example, we can have the instructions such as AND logic C, bit. So these are the different types of instructions that are available with the microcontroller 8051. So let us understand them in detail. So the classification of instruction, as I told you, the first type of the instruction is being called as the data transfer instruction. These instructions are used to move the data between the registers or between the memory location and registers. So for example, when we write the instructions such as move, Rn, then the data is being moved from the specified register Rn to the A or accumulator. It is also possible that the immediate data that is being provided can also be moved to the accumulator by using the instructions such as move A, hash data. Arithmetic instructions are those instructions which can perform the arithmetic operations. So arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division on the 8-bit numbers can be performed by using this microcontroller unit. Say, for example, when we write the instructions such as add A, hash data, then the immediate data that is being provided in the instruction will be added into the content of the accumulator. Or when we write the instructions such as add A, Rn, then the content of accumulator and the content of Rn will be added together. There are certain instructions. These instructions are being called as the logical instructions. These instructions are used to perform the logical operations. So it is necessary many times while writing the assembly language program that we need to perform logical operations. And logical operations such as AND, or, exclusive, or, complement, swap, and rotate can be performed by using these logical instructions. So not many logical options are available for the microcontroller 8051, such as AND, that is, you can perform the AND logical AND operation, or logical or, exclusive or, then complement, that is the NOT operation, then swapping, and then rotating of the data. Say, for example, we can write the instructions such as AND logic A, hash data, where the immediate data provided in the instruction will be ANDed with the content of A. Or we can write the instructions such as ANL A, Rn, where the content of Rn will be logically ANDed with the content of A. Then there are instructions. These instructions are being called as the branch instructions. So 8051 has a very powerful branch instructions. That is, whenever we want to jump from one instruction to the another instruction, then that is to be called as a branch instruction. Otherwise, sequentially, the instructions are executed in the assembly language program, but many times we need such type of the jumping, particularly when we want to make any decision. So jumping can be in the forward direction, or jumping can be in the backward direction also. So that is impossible in ALP, that you can jump from one instruction to the next instruction, or you can jump backward to the previous instruction. So jumping can be done either unconditionally, that is without checking for any condition, or you can check for any flag value, and then based on the flag value, you can make a jump. Say, for example, we can have a jump instruction such as long jump LJMP followed by address 16. So The jump will text plus to this specified address whenever this instruction is executed by the microcontroller. There are certain subroutine instructions, and these subroutine instructions are particularly of the two types. The first instruction is the call instruction, and the another instruction is the return instruction. So we can have the instructions such as long call followed by an address of 16 bits. So this instruction, whenever it is executed, then the call will be made to the instruction located at the address given in the instruction. There are certain instructions available in the microcontroller 8051 where it is possible that you can perform a single bit operation. The internal RAM, we know that it will consist of 128 addressable bits from 00 to 7F, and the SFR, the register, will support the 128 addressable bits, and all the IO ports are also the bit addressable, and therefore each IO line can be treated as a single bit port, and therefore these instructions are very useful instructions whenever you want to perform any one bit related operation in the microcontroller 8051. So 8051 will provide the bit manipulation instructions to perform the operations such as AND, OR, set, clear, complement, and also the conditional bit manipulation jump instruction. So for example, we can make the use of these instructions such as AND logic ANL C comma beat, or OR logic ORL C comma beat. So particular bit can be ANDed or it can be ORed, and this is possible by making the use of the bit manipulation instructions. Now let us understand how the instructions are written in the assembly language program for the microcontroller 8051. So the syntax of writing the instruction is like this. Initially, you need to write the label followed by colon. Label is an optional thing, but if you want to write, you can write it. Then there is a opcode followed by an operand, and then there is a semicolon, and after the semicolon, you can write some comment. So label, you can say it's a name given to the instruction line, or you can say it is a symbolic address of the instruction. For example, we can make the use of the labels such as loop 1, or forward or back, can be any name given to the instruction line. So in the branching instructions, whenever we give the label, then the branching will text plus at the specified level. Opcode, as I said, it is a symbolic representation of the operation. So in 8051, you can write the opcode in terms of the English words. So for example, when we write the instructions such as move, or when we write the instructions such as add, then you can call it as an opcode. Also, every word that we are writing in the instruction will have a bit addressable code, and this code is in the form of 8 bits, binary bits. Operand is the thing which will specify where the action is to be performed. So for example, when we write the instructions such as move a comma 40, then the data 40 will be copied into the accumulator A. So this is to be called as an operand. So operand is the thing where the operation will get performed. Comments are very useful in assembly language programs. Comments are actually not processed by the microcontroller 8051, but they are useful for the reader of the program because they will describe the purpose of the instruction. So whenever you want to write a comment, then always you can begin the comment with a semicolon. And as I told you, these instructions or these comments will not generate any machine code. So for example, this is a sample 8051 program which is displayed in this window, where you will find that we have written the first line as move R5 comma hash 05H, and then we have put a semicolon, and then we have put what is the purpose of this instruction: load the counter R5 with 05 hexadecimal number. So H will specify the hexadecimal number, and many times this blank space is being not allowed. So you need to take care of the blank spaces. Then the second instruction is move a comma 40H. So here we can copy the data from the RAM location 40 hexadecimal to the register A. So you will find that in this way we can write the different instructions in the 8051 program, and at the end of the program we can write the word end. Say for example, we have given the label loop for this instruction add a comma ro r0, where you will find that this label is being used in other instructions such as decrement and jump if not 0 dj nz r5 comma loop. So whenever this instruction is executed, then the control will be transferred to back to the instruction. So such type of the label is useful whenever we want to jump from one instruction to another instruction in the assembly language program. Now let us understand regarding the execution of the instruction. 8051 is a microcontroller which has internal operations, and it is also possible that it can have external read and write operations. And all these operations of the microcontroller unit is being controlled by the oscillator clock. So we know that 8051 has an oscillator clock, and which will generate the continuous square pulses. And whenever we think of any oscillator clock, then normally there are three things that are being associated with the instruction, that is the T state, machine cycle, and instruction cycle. So whenever we think of any instruction timing, then there are the three things that are associated. The T state, you can say that it is just nothing but the clock period, or the time required for the one clock pulse of the oscillator is being called as a T state. So T state and the clock period, sometimes we say it is a T state, sometimes we say it is a clock period. So both the terms can be used. So for example, if this is a sequence of clocks generated, clock pulses generated for the microcontroller, then the first clock period can be called as a T state. So this is a T1 state, this is a T2, this is T3. So in this way, we can have the number of T states. Machine cycle, you can say that as far as 8051 microcontroller is concerned, it is defined as the 12 oscillator period. So according to the Intel architecture, a machine cycle consists of 6 states, and each state lasts for the 2 oscillator periods. And therefore, 8051 takes 1 to 4 machine cycle to execute an instruction. So there can be one machine cycle, or there can be more than one machine cycle for execution of the instruction. So collection of the T states can be called as a machine cycle. Then there is a concept of instruction cycle, or many times we call it as IC. So instruction cycle is defined as the time required for completing the execution of an instruction in the microcontroller 8051. So the instruction cycle consists of one or more machine cycle. So it is possible that the instruction cycle will consist of one machine cycle, 2, 3, or 4 machine cycles. Let us understand it with some simple example. Suppose we have been provided with a microcontroller which is operating with the clock speed of 12 megahertz. And suppose we have been asked to determine the execution time for the different instructions. Now, since the oscillator frequency is 12 megahertz, then we can determine the clock period as the reciprocal of the frequency, that is 1 divided by 12 megahertz. So if you compute it, mega means 10 to the power plus 6, and therefore if you compute it, it will be 0.0833 microseconds. And the time for one machine cycle will be 0.0833 microseconds multiplied by 12, which is just nothing but 1 microsecond. And therefore, we can compute the execution time for add instruction which will require one machine cycle. So it will be 1 microsecond. For subtract instruction, there will be a requirement of 2 machine cycles, and therefore the time period or execution time will be 2 microseconds. The instructions such as move dptr, hash 2000h will require the 2 machine cycles, and therefore execution time will be 2 microseconds. The instructions such as multiplication of a and b will require 4 machine cycles, and therefore the execution time will be about 4 microseconds. So thank you, friends, for viewing the session. Hopefully you have understood what we mean by the instruction set for the microcontroller 8051. Thank you all for viewing the session.